When investing in your business to stimulate a growth phase, business owners are looking for a silver bullet. They might be looking for new technology, a new premises, or perhaps a new product or business line. Invariably, what I see is there's kind of a new model syndrome. I buy the new model, it's going to get me an uptick. There's a smarter way that requires a more incremental approach to ensuring that not only do you get the return from the extra investment, but that the growth is graduated and leverages your existing business and the strength of that business. And I'm going to detail that approach in this video. So the first thing to consider, have you conducted enough initial research? And that's about getting out and about, seeing what your competitors, others in the market, other leading players might be doing in the area you're wanting to invest. So if it's technology, what are they using? What results have they had? What's their feedback? And what are the trends and issues that might impact your company and therefore impact the solution that you'll be looking for? The second important thing is scope it out relative to your company. If you were to buy this software to change the productivity of your business, what would it mean in a scoping sense? And that's as simple as getting out a piece of paper and writing down what are the key business requirements and business outcomes that you require from the investment you're making. There's a bit of a tendency to go out and buy the new model. Now, the trouble is the new model has a bunch of specifications, but those specifications might actually not be aligned to what your business requirements and outcomes are. So make sure you have your business requirements and outcomes very clear and understood initially yourself before you go looking for the solution. You're weeding out some of those matches and mismatches in the scoping out process. And scoping out, of course, requires you to look at what would you have to change within your business, what would be the new things you'd be adding, and what would you expect as the outcomes specific to the performance of the business. How would it affect your customers? How would it affect your suppliers? How would it affect the people in the business? Scope out the full changes. Failure to think about those things can have a major impact on the productivity of a business as it's going through that business investment. Hey guys, just quickly, JPA Business helps business owners work through pain points and improve the value of their business over time. If you need access to an experienced advisor on a regular basis and also some resources and insights to help you improve the value of your business, for less than $1 a day, our JPA Business membership service might be of interest to you. Check out the link in the comments bar below. Third, it's time to do a feasibility assessment and a business case. It's often said that a trial makes for good information, and good information makes for a good investment decision. You'd be surprised the number of people that don't conduct a trial before they make a very large business investment decision that has a particular return but a lot of risks about it. Force yourself to think about how you can do a small trial to look at the feasibility of the business investment you're wanting to make. And usually there are ways to get a window into, well, what might this software be like if I invest in it? What might this new premises be like if I invest in it? If I invest in a new product for my business, will there be demand? How can I pick a survey of my customers to understand the level of demand and how they might look at the new product, and therefore what that might mean for my business if I rolled it out and made the full investment? The business case is about working out the return on the investment, adding the numbers, the costs, the revenues, and looking at how that will impact the level of the investment and also the risks associated with the investment and how that might impact the return. Fourthly, consider the investment cycle. Once you've got the numbers run, you understand the return, when will the payback be? Is it a staged payment for the investment, or are you paying everything up front? Will demand impact that payback? What about the costs associated with implementing the change? So look at the investment cycle and obviously the return as part of that. Finally, we've mentioned the existing business. Look at the impacts on your existing business, because invariably, if it's an investment to grow your business, it's going to impact your existing business. And you need to understand the impacts that might detrimentally impact your business through downtime or a change of process or an impact on the way your business delivers to your clients. and how that will affect the flows of your operational activity as you're making the investment and making the change. Once you've looked at these 5 points, you're then ready to think about making your investment and implementing the changes associated. If you like this video and some of these points resonated with you as you're thinking about making an investment decision in your business, we'd love your feedback. I also have a podcast where I talk to business owners about how they've made best business investment decisions and learned from those in growing their business. Click on the links below if you're interested to follow.